Hi Dubai, how are you doing? Welcome back to the Lovin Daily, where we talk about all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about, whether we're talking about news in Dubai or beyond. Always with you here every single weekday morning at 8:30. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. What are you up to? We're live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the whole lot. Today we'll be talking about the latest COVID-19 updates from the media briefing which happened last night. We'll also be talking about a Dubai student who's running every single week to support climate change action, and he wants you to join him. We'll also be talking about a rescue from a 65-meter high crane. Before we get into it, was anyone watching the iPhone launch event last night? I'd love to get your thoughts on it because Alibaba in the studio, he was streaming the event, so you were watching it. Was it a late one?
Not that late. It was from like 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay, so fine.
Yeah, so it wasn't that too late.
It was late. And iPhones, are you an iPhone? So basically, the reason I'm asking is because I saw a title which I thought was interesting, that shares in Apple dropped 2%, stocks dropped 2% during the event because people weren't happy with the features. Would you agree? Are you an iPhone user? You are, I can see it.
I'm an iPhone user.
Beaconing there. But as a Samsung user, I was like, hee hee. Would you agree following the launch? Like, was it all, like, was there actually good features announced, or is it more just like a usual Apple showboating type thing?
At the end of the day, Apple with their marketing is out of this world. They
Yeah.
did a banger job with their marketing skills. Um, what? The only thing I'm looking forward to the new iPhone is the 5G. To be
Okay.
honest. Yeah. So
But
that's
then
all.
don't you have to find 5G connections? So, like, your phone will have it.
Yeah.
Don't other phones have 5G already?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
really?
guess. I think it's just with the new iPhone.
Okay, so the new iPhone, not iPhones, but don't other brands have 5G already?
I don't think so. Not
Okay.
yet.
Well, guys, there's your tech updates. And let us know if you have any thoughts on the launch event last night, because we love to read your comments after the show. Jumping into our top story, Dubai police rescued a man who had a heart attack at a height of 65 meters. So police rushed to the scene after a man suffered a heart attack on a crane in Jebel Ali. You can see the photos beside me if you're watching on Facebook. 65 meters up, he was performing his regular tasks when he suddenly became very ill, developed a blood clot, and kind of just indicated that he was stuck. The crew then climbed to the top of the crane where they performed first aid and stabilized his health before carrying him down steadily, which they said was the challenging part, and he's now receiving specialized treatment at a local hospital. I just kind of want to say well done to the paramedics, the emergency team there. 65 meters is like 13 residential stories high, which would be scary, basically.
Yeah.
And basically, Dubai police posted about it, and they said that the most challenging part was to lower the driver from the top of the crane into the ambulance, especially in light of a breakdown of the elevator, which required all technicians to repair and operate it manually and then transport the driver down to the first floor. So there was a lot of trickies. There's a lot of kind of difficulties there. But like I said, he's now receiving specialized treatment at a local hospital, and our thoughts are with him, and hopefully he'll be okay. But also well done to Dubai Police, to the emergency services for getting there quite quickly, and obviously just the challenging part of carrying a body or a person down a 13-story high crane.
65 meters.
65 meters. And if you want to see those photos, we'll have them on Lovin Dubai shortly, and they're also on Dubai Police. We'll move into the next story, the latest COVID-19 updates in the UAE. So first of all, you can get easily tested at Dubai Mall. I also want to talk to, Dubai Mall, Dubai Malls, Mall of the Emirates, City Centre Deira, City Centre Mirdif. But first, a quick run through of the numbers. So new cases in the last 24 hours, 1,315. New recoveries, 1,452. The total deaths now stand at 448. And total recoveries, 100,007. So we've topped 100,000 in recoveries, which is great news. And total confirmed cases now stand at 108,608. And I also want to run through a quick update, so a brief update of the last night's COVID briefing. This happens every single Tuesday. And what they said yesterday was between the 7th and 13th of October, around 800,000 tests were conducted nationwide, with a 9% increase over the last week, leaving a positive case at a rate of 1%, which is positive. So overall, what I got from the numbers is that there actually is quite a positive outlook on COVID-19 cases in the UAE. But also the main kind of takeaway from the briefing last night was the stressing the importance of protecting our mental health at this time, and also avoiding false news and rumors that may increase terror and panic in society. So I think they're kind of making a link to stress on the body can obviously kind of make you ill. Stress on your mental health, it can make you ill, and that could kind of lead to further kind of complications with your health. And this is all on the NCMA Twitter account if you want to check it out. They also kind of said things just more, like I said, protecting your mental health, just being mindful of the people around us. They said we have to spend time with our children, talk to them honestly about the pandemic in order to listen to their concerns and address them appropriately. They talked a lot about stress factors and mental health factors, which I think is always important to address. So we talk about the numbers and cases and what we could do to stop the spread of COVID-19, but also to look at kind of just the emotional side to it as well. We're living a different life now. A lot of people are working from home. We're not seeing our friends and family as much. So let's address our mental health as much as we're addressing our physical health. Because all we're thinking about right now is our physical health. How we're keeping clean, making sure we're not coughing. I think every time you have a cough, you're like, can't cough in public. And every time I sneeze, I'm thinking, I'm so glad sneezing is not a symptom. And every time I see someone else sneeze, and when you're in a lift and someone makes any, so we're thinking a lot about our physical health. And basically, the key takeaway I thought last night from the NCMA is also think about your mental health and your emotional well-being as well. Also, like I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, you can also get COVID tests at malls in Dubai. So you do need to book these in advance. And of course, if you have symptoms like a fever or a cough, don't go to the mall. This is basically more for people who are traveling and who need a negative test result. So Mall of the Emirates, City Centre Deira, City Centre Mirdif, all have them set up. You can contact the Dubai Health Authority to book yours. I actually noticed it at the weekend. I wasn't sure if it was a thing that was new and up and running, and how I didn't even know how to book it. But could all be done by Dubai Health Authority. Check them out on Twitter. And yeah, it's basically a fantastic service, very easy, very accessible, very convenient, and Dubai Health Authority are constantly reducing the price. So in some clinics, I'm not sure if it's in the malls, in some clinics you can get your test, I think, I want to say 150 dirham. Did they reduce it to 150, or is it Dubai Health Authority?
There's 150, that's pretty great.
I'd have to check that. Don't hold me to that. It could be. Because I know they've reduced it at certain clinics, because obviously the private health facilities are a little bit more. But Dubai Health Authority are constantly working on getting it down. And let me see here. Yeah, so 150 dirham at DHA facilities. So if you want to get your 150 dirham test, do book it with the Dubai Health Authority and not through private facilities. Anyway, we move on to our final story. A Dubai teen will run for 4 hours each week in a plea to get support for climate change action. So this Dubai student, he plans to run every Wednesday and Sunday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. to raise awareness for climate change. And what's really cool is he wants you to join him. He actually dropped his location pin for where he runs, and he's encouraging others to join him. And the reaction has been super, super positive on this. I saw just the tweet that went online at Run for Climate Change Twitter. And what I thought was cool is that not even people who will join the run, which is what he wants, but people who are saying, hi, I love this campaign. If you look at my timeline, I've worked with other types of campaigns and I want to make the world a better place to live. So let's kind of work together. It's our responsibility. So not just people who are going to kind of join the running, but also someone who wants to kind of help support this campaign. And we've done the story on Lovin Dubai. This is just one child who's supporting climate change action, which is incredible. I immediately think of Greta Thunberg. Of course. She's a teenager who started a support for climate change action by sitting outside by a very, very peaceful a peaceful protest in her city. She sat outside a building, and that's kind of propelled her to international fame. She is the face of climate change action worldwide for the youth, I think, of today. And it's really cool to see just one person just doing something small, which kind of could, if with the right support, it could grow. Shout out to Christopher for this, is incredible. And hopefully his story will be shared. He's going to run with a sign basically telling everyone what he's doing. So if you spot him, so he's dropped the pin near the villa. And someone who's like, I live in Arabian Ranches, can I join you too? So if you don't want to go to the location, you could also just run and then tag him on Instagram, which is cool. So he's like dropped near where he lives, which is the Centro, which is the villa near Zayed University, which is a little bit outside Dubai. But yeah, outside Al Barari. So if you want to join him, that's where he'll be every Sunday and Wednesday. Guys, those are top stories. Hope you enjoyed them. We're back with you every single weekday morning at 8:30. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.